Jai Vande Guru Padadvandam Bhakta Vrinda Samanvitam Sri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Savadtam Sri Nandanandanam Vande Radhika Charanadvayam Gopijana Samayuktam Vrindavana Manoharam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langate Girimat Kripadamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So Taran Govinda Prabhu was asking, we were singing now many songs about the mind. Before we sang one song for Gurudev, then we sang 3 songs for the mind. And there are many more in this songbook. So, why so many songs for the mind are there? Must be some reason. This is this one. Also, I put Mana Shiksha here in the temple. Last time when Pujapad Bodhaya Maharaj was here, he saw it, so he started preaching. I think he was the first one who read it. After 2.5 years, he came here, he read it. Otherwise, some reading it, but forgetting it also. Teachings for the mind. Why this mind is, why it is so important, no? To the mind. Actually, mind is the cause of bondage. Mind is the cause of liberation. Mind is our best friend. Mind is our worst enemy. This is therefore that is so important to control the mind or to engage the mind properly. Go right direction. Put the mind right direction. Mind has this power. Mind is very powerful. Therefore, it's very important. One who controls his mind, he controls the whole world. Very difficult. So, mind is most important. Yoga, any yoga, is for controlling the mind. This is yoga. Yoga, it goes through the mind. We need this mind. We cannot skip it. Krishna gave this mind to human. Human has this mind. Human are mental because human are born from mind. You know the history of human. Coming from Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. Manu comes from Mana. From whose Mana? From Brahma's Mana. Brahma's Manas, from his mind, Manu was born. So human comes from mind. Therefore human always are mental. Other living entities, if they suffer, they don't suffer mentally. They are hungry, they are starving, they are in fear, but they don't suffer mentally. But human, they are not hungry, they have no fear, but they suffer mentally. They have always problems with the mind. Why? Because we are born from the mind. This is from Brahma's mind came Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa. First man, first woman. And because they are also separated at the beginning of the creation, always mind runs to each other. Because originally this comes from one energy. So it's separated. So this is the cause why always mind is always never satisfied. If you go to Bhagavad-Gita, Krishna said, I hope I find it now. Yes, I opened it, it was the verse. Krishna wanted to tell this. What is tapasya for the mind? What is tapas means what is giving pain, no? What is heat? Literal meaning is heat of tapas. So what is making the mind hot? What is giving pain to the mind? Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha bhava sangshudir ityaitat tapo manasang uchyate. This is tapas. This is called tapas for the mind, which is, first is mana prasada, satisfied. You are satisfied. This is already tapasya for the mind, to be satisfied in yourself. Mind never wants to be satisfied. Always wants. No, if people they have blonde hair, they want black hair. Who have black hair, they want blonde hair. This is so. What is difference? No difference. No. This is so. People who living in the mountains, they go to the sea for holiday, and to live at the sea, they go to the mountains for holiday. Mind always like this. Never satisfied. So just to be satisfied, this is already difficult to tolerate. This is first one. Krishna says first one. Mana prasada. Then saumyatvan means to, what is it here? Saumyatvan means actually to be sweet, not to be nice to others, benevolent, to be well-wishing to others. Mind also not want to. Mind want to be a rascal. This is maunam, silence. Silence also, this is very difficult to tolerate, to be silent. No? This is all tapasya for the mind. Maunam atma vinigraha means the self-control. Control your body, control your senses. Also this is atma vinigraha. And to control also the mind, of course, all these things. Mind doesn't want to be controlled. No, mind wants to be wild. So, mana prasada saumatvam maunam atmane bhava sangshodhir, to clean the heart, to have pure feelings, no, to put out the negative feelings. This also, all this, itya-tat, all this is called tapasya for the mind. So this is, all these things if we practice, we get so much benefit in our life. But the mind does not want. That is the point. If one of these we follow, we will get benefit. And all these things, this is very good for human. And human, this is actually a difference of human and other beings. Human can do that. Human got this ability to control the mind, to use the mind. But he never wants to connect to the Supreme. Mind always wants to connect to the garbage of this world. This is the problem. Not to the sweet nectar. And what is nectar? We think poison, like we were thinking before. We think Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Supreme Lord, he is poison. We think this world is sweet. But where is sweetness of this world? Where you will find sweetness between birth, old age, disease and death. Where is the sweetness? Some sweetness is there, but it's sprinkled a few drops in this birth, old age, disease and death. There is some sweetness also there. But for this, it's difficult to get also this. Few drops of honey. One of our Prahlad Maharaj, you know Prahlad, Nrsimha, when he was praying to Nrsimha, he said this also. Kamalayan, what he said? Kutrashisha Shuti Sukam Briga Trishni Rupa Kvedam Kalevaram Ashesharuja Nirvidyate Natujuno Yadapiti Vidwan Kamalayan Madula Vaishamayan Durapai. You want to, people working very hard, even they are learned. We see where so many, our leaders are supposed to be learned. It's no more true actually. They are quite foolish nowadays. Unfortunately, therefore all people follow them. But even those who have knowledge, nirvidyate natujano yatapiti vidvan, who are vidvan, even they don't understand how to pacify the mind. They're thinking, Kamalayan, this fire of karma which burns inside the heart, inside the mind. Karma means desires, they're burning. You want this, want this, want this. I don't want this, I want that. Always it's burning. So they're thinking, by a few drops, Kamalayan Madulavai, by a few drops of honey, you can extinguish this fire of mind. How you get then this money is Kamalayan Madulavai, Shamayan, they think to pacify. But these drops of honey are durapai, difficult to get. Drops of honey means money. Mm-hmm. By money, you have every cent you're earning, you have to pay for it. Nobody gives you for free money. And if you get for free, last life you were working for it. But money, they have to work for it. So by this money you think you will rain this money on the fire of lust and it will become less, but it's never like that. This is the great misunderstanding. People think like this. So Prahlad Maharaj asking, what are you expecting from this world? You can ask yourself what you're expecting from this world. What is definitely sure, at the end, everything is finished. This you can be sure about that. So what is in between, you will leave everything here. So this we should tell our mind. Mind, you don't know. Whatever you do in this world, you have to leave it here. It's a useless work. It's just for a few. You see how life is passing so fast. If you're young, you think, to be 25, it takes an eternity to get 25. But from 25 to 50, it's just a moment. And I think it goes faster after that even. It goes very fast. So we should be conscious. Time, people are aware of money, to spend money, but not to spend or to waste time. This is more important. So this mind we got, for what? To come out from this samsara. First to understand actually where we are, who we are, what we are, what is this whole situation. We were singing this one song, Bhengeche Swapana, Shri Guru Kripaya Bhengeche Swapana. By Guru's mercy, this illusion like a bubble bursts. Otherwise all living in this bubble, thinking like this is fool's paradise. No? But by Guru's mercy it bursts. You realize, this is not so nice as it looks. This is Maya. This is the Guru gives this knowledge first. First we have to get knowledge. By this knowledge, intelligence will start feeding the mind some arguments. Why not to run after all these material things? No? There are a million reasons why not to do it, but we still do it. And we have experience, that is the good. Prahlad Maharaj said, Kutra Shisha, where is the blessing in this world? What you want from this world is Shruti Sukha Mriga Trishna Rupa. This is just, listening will give you happiness. If you speak about, we go to India, stay with the yogis, thinking we will become happy, but maybe something else will come. We go to holiday, there are many mosquitoes there, or you quarreling with your husband, wife. You think all these things are there. People thinking we will do this, but what it is really, it's something else. So what we are expecting? Kutrashisha Shruti Sukha. Shruti, by listening you get sukha, get happiness. But by experiencing, it's quite opposite. That is Mriga Trishni Rupa, like a mirage in the desert. This is this world. Looks nice like water in the horizon. And you're thirsty. All we are thirsty for what? For happiness. Everybody wants to be happy. This is our nature. And we are that. That is the wonderful thing. We are Satchidananda. Every time I'm repeating this to myself, but where is it? I'm thinking also, we are Satchidananda. Everybody of us is Satchidananda. I mean, we are eternally happy. But where is happiness? Go on the street, look at the people. They're all Satchidananda, all jivas are Satchidananda, but where is the happiness? So human, they got this wonderful body to bring out this happiness by the mind. We need the mind for that, to bring out this happiness. Yes, this is wonderful. We have all this, what we are looking for, we have inside. But we go somewhere else to think we become happy there. This is the misunderstanding of the human. And this is fed by our nowadays society and by our nowadays philosophy and science and whatever. And trends and fashion, everything is feeding this misunderstanding that actually you don't need anything. But they tell you, you need this, you have to look like this, you have to think like this, you have to be like this, you have to study this. Nothing of this we need. Nothing.
Wir alle sind ja, wie du sagst, auf der Suche nach
Ja.
Und wir werden alle irgendwo hingetrieben, weil wir es schlichtweg draußen nicht kriegen. So warum hat es gerade uns jetzt alle hierher gebracht?
So he's asking, all of us, we are searching for happiness. But we don't get it. So why we are here and not searching outside? This is Sri Guru Kripaya. Mercy of Guru, mercy of Vaishnavas, mercy of Bhagavan, ultimately. Yes, this is mercy. Actually, Krishna has no other desires than all are happy. This is he's crying for us. We are not aware of that. We have to understand he is the person of love. So he wants us also to be like him. He expanded himself into so many jivas for that reason that all are happy. But we misused that little freedom we got. So we came to this world and searching for happiness. So Krishna sending his devotees to this world, himself is coming to this world, his avatar is coming to this world, Shastra is coming to this world, his holy name is coming to this world for collecting all, canvassing for Krishna's campaign. we should join there. Yes. And for this we got the mind, to put mind on Krishna. But mind does not think of Krishna, that is the problem. Krishna said in Gita, man mana bhava, think of me. So, okay, we read Gita, we say, I will follow. But it's not possible. We try, no? Morning time we think, I will think of Krishna. But how many minutes I have thought of Krishna when I go to bed? When I recollect my day, how many minutes it was really possible to think of Krishna? Even we are practicing japa, we are practicing kirtan, but how much are we thinking of Krishna really? Very little. So, Arjuna asked Krishna, what to speak of us? Arjuna, when Krishna explained to Arjuna this yoga science of controlling the mind and to be equal and to be like a friend to everyone and to have compassion to everyone and to be balanced always, then Arjuna said, no, oh, Keshava, I cannot follow this. This sounds very nice, you have spoken very well, but not for me. Arjuna said like this, in Dwapara Yuga, what we Kali Yuga people say. So, then Krishna said, it is possible, what you say is true, this mind, Arjuna said, Arjuna's words about this mind. I think we can all relate also to that. When Krishna explained all this, how to be the best yogi, Krishna explained this, to feel compassion to others, to feel their heart. Krishna said, who feels the heart of others and who knows they are same suffering and same happy like oneself, he's the best yogi. So after this verse, Arjuna said, what you said, O Madhusudan, this yoga, which is based on this samya, means to see everything same, to be balanced everything, I don't see any possibility for me to do like this. Because my mind, chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridham, my mind is chanchala, it is running all the time, cannot be stable. No? A very powerful mind, cannot control. Tasyam nigramanye vayori vasadushkaram, I cannot control this mind, is more difficult to control than the wind. The wind blowing, how you want to stop? There's no possibility. So if the mind is running, very difficult to control. Then Krishna, what he said? He said, there is no doubt. Asangshayang mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. There is no doubt. This mind is very difficult to control. Always running. But abhyasena, tu kaunteya, but by abhyasa, by practice. You do again and again and again and again to create a habit. And vairagya chagrihate, by vairagya, by detachment, you can do. So we have to do again and again. Mind is in the words of my Gurudev, he said, mind is a bloody fellow. Once he was in Vienna, he said, mind is a bloody fellow. Don't believe him. So, but we have to do again and again, and vairagya is necessary. Detachment.
Isn't it that in Bhakti Yoga, like Vairagya is actually
secondary.
Secondary, because there comes more this attraction towards the...
Vairagya has two meanings, two meanings. Virag, raga means attachment. Virag means either no attachment, this is one meaning in Sanskrit, another meaning is Vishishta. Raga means special attachment for Krishna. So Vairagya here is not explained, Krishna does not speak about, but two meanings are there about Vairagya. To be no attachment for this world, but it comes only from the more attachment to Krishna. This Vairagya comes after bhakti, but bhakti does not come after Vairagya. If you practice Vairagya, bhakti will not come. But if you practice bhakti, Vairagya will automatically follow. So it's actually not part. Jnana and Vairagya, knowledge and the detachment are not parts of bhakti. Not really angas of bhakti. Jnana and Vairagya. Vishishta. Vishishta means special.
Mm-hmm.
This is vi. The syllable vi can mean also Vishishta. Means very special or Vishesh, special. Vishesh raga. So that is actually more important. We have to somehow, therefore we're sitting together. Why we sit together? Why we sing? All these songs, to put the mind there. Why we sing Harinam? To put the mind there. And if you put the mind there, mind will get little taste. But it will take time. Because in the present moment we cannot taste it. Rupa Goswami has given one example. If you have jaundice and you take sugar, it tastes like you cannot swallow that. You will spit it out. If you have jaundice, you should take some 7-Up or something, some Sprite. This is medicine. But if you drink this, you spit it out. You cannot drink that. Generally, people love it. They don't have to tell them to drink that, but rather to don't take them. You have to say to them. But if they have jaundice, they will drink. And one friend of mine, he was in hospital in Pakistan, I think. So he got jaundice. So the doctor put him some box of 7-Up there and said to take it. So he opened one bottle and took it. He was thinking this is like 50 years old. He thinks this is already expired. So he opened another bottle. This was same taste. Because the tongue is diseased. So Krishna's name is like this. It's sweet, but tongue is diseased, mind is diseased. But same time, if you take this sugar, even it tastes bitter, this sugar will cure. So if you take this name which tastes bitter for us, if we put the mind, if we do this tapasya for the mind, like Krishna said before, mano prasadaya saumatyam, all this, to be satisfied, if you practice like this, sweetness will come, and use the mind for Krishna. This is why we got it. We got it from whom? Krishna gave us this mind. For what? To think of Him. And if you think of Him, we will be happy. But first have to be purified, otherwise we will not feel this happiness. No? We are like jaundiced, we are taking nectar, tastes like scrap, like drain water. No? So mind is definitely, this is the most important question in yoga. And how to control the mind? We have to control our speech, control the tongue, the most important. Really, that is also said in yoga. If you control all senses but not the tongue, this is not sense control. But you control the tongue, then all senses will be controlled. Therefore, what we speak and what we eat, this is most important. Really important. You see, people nowadays, they don't care for both of these things. What to speak, what to eat. They eat only garbage, only processed food. So how your mind do it is all they take these impurities inside. And what they speak, and they also don't care. This is demoniac, no? This Krishna said the demoniac quality is this uncontrolled speech. This is just say anything what comes to the mind. No? So then, difficult to control the mind. Therefore, children, before they went to Gurukul, And when they are small children, they will speak all these slokas, they don't understand. But the sound will form their mind. Yes. When they grow up, they understand. So we also, why we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Nam, we chant these songs, we chanting Shastra. This is for the mind also. Through the sound it goes to the mind. By sound actually sound has this power. If you listen nice things, mind will also be happy. No? This is, if you listen about Krishna, his katha, then you will be happy. It's very pleasant. No? Now is Purushottam Mas. This is Purushottam month. This is very auspicious to listen about Purushottam, about Jagannath. And if you listen about him, his love for his devotees, his Leela is wonderful. If you listen about Krishna, then mind will also be happy. Ears are happy, mind are happy. This is the best. So, clear. Now we have to practice. This is the only thing. No? We have to practice to Krishna. Actually, to really to control the mind means to put the Krishna inside. There is no other way. He is there, but we are not there. Krishna is everywhere. Kunti Devi, she said to Krishna, Alaksha sarvabhutanam antabhaya yavastitam. You are invisible to all living entities, but you are inside and outside of everyone. Maya javani kachatam agyadhokshajam abhyayam napashyata nalakshate mudadrisha naton natya dharo yata. So something like this. I forgot. Like Krishna is everywhere, but he is covered like with a curtain of Maya. Maya javani kachatam. There is everything Krishna, very look is Krishna, but he is covered. And you cannot understand, even Krishna comes, alakshare mudra drisha, who is foolish, with his foolish eyes, means he has no understanding who is Krishna. He will see everything which is Krishna, but he will not understand it's Krishna. This whole world, what we see, what we think, everything is him. But he is disguised like in a theater. Even if your son or your brother, your father or mother or your friend playing in the theater, but he is so much disguised and he has so much cosmetics and everything, and you don't understand he is that. So Krishna is like that. Everything is his Maya. He is veiling himself by this Maya. So who have knowledge, they understand this. What you see, when you see the street, you see the people, you see the city, you see the sky, you see the sun, you see the earth, whatever, this is Krishna. So they are always happy. Sadhus, they are always happy. Because they see him everywhere. And this is symptom of the Mahabhagavata. They live in this world, accepting this world, use their senses in this world, but they are not looking for happiness in this world. They are not hating this world also. But they see Vishnu Mayam idam pashyan. Everything is Vishnu's Maya. These Savai Bhagavata Uttama, these are the topmost sadhus who see, who live in this world, accept everything. Yonad veshti narishyati, but they don't hate anything, they don't take their pleasure from this world. They just accept as it is, but because they know everything is Vishnu's Maya. To live. And then we live in this world with all our hunger, thirst, with all these problems we have, with sleep coming. This is all, they accept everything as it is. And then no suffering will come. Otherwise we suffer. You see it, human life. Every moment you have to breathe. So where is happiness? How you want to be happy? You're completely depending on oxygen. So where is freedom? This is human life. This is if you are a supermodel, also have to breathe every moment. People think they're like liberated souls. No, nothing is there. So whatever, and we have to eat, and we have to drink, we have to sleep, we have to go to toilet, all these things we have to do constantly. Human life, therefore human suffering so much, because human become conscious of all these things. Animals, you see, they're standing on the street, passing through and going. They have no problem. But human, they have problem. They have to go somewhere, they have to do. So human life is very difficult. Yes, that is Krishna's blessing for the human. He made his life so difficult that you want to come out from this samsara. You realize. This is a blessing, because actually it's unnatural. It is not natural for us to carry this bag filled with flesh, bones, urine, stool, mucus, all these things, blood. We carry this with us. We're always inside these filthy substances. Soul is inside this dirty bag, skin bag. So how you want to be happy? You're not conscious of that, no? Because little nice skin is on the top and make little hair and put little and looks beautiful. But inside is all dirty. So we're living in that. So how you want to be happy? Therefore come out. We should come out from this bodily consciousness. Then okay, accept this body is temporary, it will go. But how we have to prepare our mind how to leave this world. For the last moment, this is the final test. Necessary to go for that. For this we have to prepare. Now we have time. We are young. Somehow mind is still working. Intelligence is working. If you're old, you see people when they are old, they become a little like children, like small children. They cannot. So now we have to start. Bhagavatam says, Turnam yateta napateta namritya yavan nishayasaya vishayan kalu sarvatasat. You have enjoyed everything from this world, now start Haribhajan. We have gone everywhere, we have been everywhere, we have been everything, so nothing new in this world. It's not our first life here, but it should be the last. That is really success, no? That is Shaurya. Then you are a warrior, you conquer death. These humans are made for conquering death. God gave this power to human to conquer death. Tiger is more powerful than human, a shark is more powerful than human, a scorpion can kill one human, one virus can kill a human. Humans are not so powerful, but they cannot come out from death, but human can kill the death. This is the wonderful thing. So that is glorious. This is the competition we should win. We got this chance now. You see how many take this advantage of human life. Very, very few. Very, very few. So better you take this golden opportunity. Little suffering, human life is full of suffering. Kali Yuga is full of suffering. It's only problems, one problem after another. But we can come out from this samsara. So this is best what we can do. This will please yourself, this will please others, this will please Bhagavan also, this will please your Guru, this will make happy everyone. If you come out from this samsara. Just imagine what chance we have, what power we have, what opportunity we have. Don't miss that. Yes, because we don't know when that will come. It may come today. We don't know. We don't know. So better start immediately. And I shared this nice story. You read this about this Mataji? You read this beautiful, I got one story, it was one friend sent to me. It was such a long story. I said, oh my God, Facebook story. But then one, I got it and I thought, let me read it, let's see what is going on. And it's beautiful. One Mataji from Kazakhstan, she was engaged in preaching. It's a Muslim country. She had many problems with police. They many times threatened her, and she had many problems with Muslims, and they cursed her and they threatened her and like this. But she somehow survived, and she was doing kirtan and all this. Then she went to Mayapur and stayed there, and she was healthy, and she was caring for another one, Mataji, who was in hospital, and it was her turn to care for her. And she had some insufficiency of potassium and some other elements, and she collapsed. Magnesium, all these things, it was not in the body, so she collapsed. And she had to go herself. She stayed in hospital suddenly. And she was so severe that she was really fighting for dying. She was in agony. And at that moment, she explained, she was chanting more than 20 years that time. She could not chant. She could not even think of Krishna. She was thinking of Mama. She was calling for Mama. And she was feeling that I have to call for someone else. Actually, but it did not come to her. Mind was not working at the time of death. Mind is not working. Intelligence not working. Nothing is working. But she was calling for Mama and crying for Mama. And feeling, actually, I should cry for someone else. Then one nurse came inside. And someone told her she's an ISKCON devotee. Then the nurse said, why you not say Hare Krishna? Then this word came, oh, it's Krishna. She forgot Krishna after so much practice. Then she realized, oh, Krishna, she was so happy. Then she wanted to chant. But even these few muscles of the tongue were no more working. She was so finished. She could not chant the name. She tried and no something came. Cannot chant. Then one doctor came also. The doctor, when he came and saw her, and when the news spread that she's in hospital, and she was like a senior leading Vaishnavi, so her friends in Kazakhstan, and they started kirtan, because they listened she is almost dying. They started kirtan, and by the power of that kirtan that came to her in Mayapur, in the hospital, that when the doctor came to her immediately, spontaneously said, he saw her, she's a devotee, he said, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate, Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Spontaneously the doctor said like this. That gave her so much nectar, she was feeling, that Krishna is Karuna Sindhu, is ocean of mercy. Then her whole life was passing by, near-death experience. And she saw her whole life, everything, and then she saw, that is the nice thing, every single kirtan she was attending, she saw. That was the highlights of her life. Every single kirtan, when she was sitting only with 2-3 devotees, or with 50 or how many, but everywhere she was chanting, she saw. And she saw also that this kirtan, this name is connecting to Krishna. She saw that was clearly for her. And she saw all the situation with the police. When the police threatened her, first she saw Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra came, and Jagannath was in front, Baldev, Subhadra went back. And she saw then when these all situations of her life came where she was afraid, Jagannath was there. She saw, he was always there protecting her, and nothing happened actually, but always some problem came. She saw, Jagannath is always there. She saw all this was wonderful, and mostly she said, this kirtan, this Nam Sankirtan, this is the most important. At the time of death, she realized that. So mercifully she shared this experience. Because now we can learn, at the time of living, this is also the most important. We were singing, Radha Krishna Pranamor, Jugala Kishore, Jivane Marane Gati Arnahino. In life and in death, I have no other goal. If in life we don't have this goal, in death we will also not have. This is the point. If not now, we will fix our mind on Krishna. Try at least to put the mind on Krishna. In that time, it will also not come. Krishna came. Balaram came to her. The holy name came to her. All they coming. Krishna will come. Definitely he will come. If once only once, you will think of him, he will not forget this. Only once. There's one story. How auspicious is Krishna's name. 2 brothers. One was very pious, one was a little rascal. And they both took initiation from one Vaishnava guru, pure devotee. And the one was chanting Harinam regularly, the other never chanted. So his brother told, brother, chant Harinam. No interest, so many other things to do. And he went to his guru and asked, he said, my brother is never chanting. Then the guru came to him, said, oh my dear son, why are you not chanting? Chant Krishna's name. No. please chant Krishna's name. No. Then the Guru, with little physical force, took him and said, chant Krishna's name. And then he began, okay, tomorrow I will say Krishna. I will chant tomorrow Krishna's name. Guru said, bas. He chanted Krishna's name. So after he had his life, many sins he did, many sinful activities. So if you do many sins, Jamadutas will come and take you. So Jamadutas came and brought him to Jamapuri, to the court. And the Chitragupta brought a big volume of him, many sins there. And then he said, oh, you have done so many sins, endless. Your life is actually only sins. Then he was, once you said the holy name in the presence of a pure devotee, if you want, you can have this little punya first. Otherwise you go to hell. You can have the benefit of this one deed if you want. Then you go to hell. Like eternal almost. Then he said, he asked Yamaraj, what is the benefit of chanting this holy name in front of a pure devotee? And Yamaraj started thinking, he's Dharmaraj. He is glorifying the holy name. When Ajamil Charitra, he is glorifying, but when he was thinking, what is the benefit? I don't know, he said. Let's go to Brahma. So Yamaraj took his ministers, Chitragupta came with him, many sadhus. Yamaraj's court is full of rishis, sadhus, Vaishnavas. They all went to Brahma. Yamaraj and that person also went to Brahma. They came to Brahma. Brahma is wondering what's going on. Yamaraj with the big entourage is coming, is some problem in the universe. So they said, oh Brahma, oh Creator, what is the benefit, please, if one chants the pure name in front of a pure devotee, in the presence of a pure devotee? Brahma started thinking, with four heads. Start thinking, then after some time he said, I don't know. Let's ask Lord Shiva. So they all, Brahma, Yamaraj, and from Brahma's court also all the Chatusan came, all big procession, they came to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva also wondering what's going on. They all coming to me, to Kailash. Then they ask, oh Mahadev, please help us, we have a problem. What is the benefit of chanting one Krishna's name in the presence of a pure devotee? Lord Shiva was thinking, he's best of all Vaishnavas. He's Jagat Guru, Adi Guru. But he also thinks, I don't know. Let's go and ask Lord Vishnu. So they all went to Kshirsagara to go to the milk ocean. And they came. And Lord Vishnu was lying on Anantashesh and Lakshmi was massaging his feet. And they came, big procession. Yamaraj with his whole entourage and Brahma and Shiva and all, they came. And that person also came. And Lakshmi Devi saying, oh, my husband, something is going on. So when Lord Vishnu saw all these great personalities come, he said, oh, Lakshmi Devi, please bring the arati plate, we will do arati to them. Then Lord Vishnu was doing arati to them, to welcome them. And then Lord Shiva folded his hands and said, oh, Prabhu, we have a big question, nobody knows the answer. What is the benefit if one person chants a holy name in the presence of a pure devotee? Then Lord Vishnu was smiling. You see, if one person will chant one holy name in the presence of a pure devotee, he will come in the presence of Brahma, Shiva, Yamaraj and many sadhus. He will come to me and I will do puja to him. This is the benefit. So we should see what is glory of holy name. This is not an exaggeration. Glory of the holy name. Krishna never forgets this. One name. Many stories like this. Many stories. And many true stories also from devotees I know. If little attachment, Krishna will come. In the last moment, he will come and save us. See Ajamil's story, same. Very sinful, but he chanting Narayana with the full fear and full surrender because nobody else to protect him. Immediately, he got liberated from he got a second chance. So, For this we have to prepare, but we have to prepare now. Last moment will come to all of us. There is no escape. It is fixed. There is no guarantee in this world except this one. Last moment will come, so we should prepare now. This moment, actually now, we are designing our next life. In this moment. What we're thinking now, this will be our next body. This body we have here is the result of our past life. So we can somehow assume what was our mindset last life. We got this body. This karma which is now manifest is the result from past life. So now this life, in human beings, we can change our disha, direction. We can go right direction, or we can go wrong also. Human can do that. Animals cannot decide that. Demigods cannot decide that. Demigods just exhaust their good karma. Animals just exhaust the bad karma. But there's no question of changing the direction. Human, they can do this. So human, you see, human has no fixed nature. Like a dog or a cat. You cannot change the nature of a cat or a dog, but human, you can change. If one baby maybe takes birth in India but will grow up in an Austrian family is like Austrian, and vice versa. Human can take the nature from others. Human learn this from parents, from friends, from teachers, from gurus. So we can change. This is the good thing. So however fallen we may be, by the Guru's mercy, by the Vaishnava's mercy, this can change. Krishna is ocean of mercy, Vaishnava is ocean of mercy. Ocean means unlimited. How much sins you may have done, finished. Nothing is there. For Krishna is nothing. And one small thing you do good, Krishna will remember that. And last moment he will help. Krishna is not the Lord of justice. He is Lord of prema. We were singing one song, Ohe premera thakura gora. He is prema thakur, Lord of love. Love does not know justice. Love is beyond knowledge. Love is actually madness. No? Love is not knowledge. So we are worshipping this Krishna, who is the Lord of love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who brought his love into this world. To forget all this justice, forget all these laws and these things. We're praying to him to take care of us. And definitely he will do. When I read this story of this Mataji, she herself, she was preaching so many times, last moment of this life is most important. And when she faced that last moment, she could not do anything. But Krishna sent the help to her. I'm also so many times telling this, because Bhagavatam says in the beginning, Shukadeva Goswami, when he started preaching, he said to Parikshit Maharaj, Janmalava parapungsam ante narayana smriti. I say so many times this. Last moment you think of Krishna, this is the topmost what you can get as a human being. But what is really last moment we don't know. We really don't. It's out of our control. That is so we just hope. Not hope, we have full faith. And if Krishna will not come, is also his mercy. Everything is mercy. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, Krishna, if you don't give me your mercy, this is your mercy. If he does not give his mercy to us, then this is his mercy. For Vaishnavas, for sadhus, everything is mercy. They're living with Krishna. This whole world is everything his mercy. You see, then you're living happy in this world also. We don't hate anyone, we don't hate anything. We're not attached to anyone, we don't attach to anything. Living peaceful in this world. And always be with Krishna. Morning time you give your pranam to the whole cosmos, you feel happy. We're living in the air, we're living with the water, we live with fire. We give our pranam to all of them. Then we live with our family. To the stars, to the trees, to the people. To the Guru, of course, this is first pranam, but to the whole cosmos we give our pranam and we pray for shelter here. And then we are living like in our family. People fighting against climate, fighting against this, fighting against... They're all fighting, they're against. Sadhus never do that. They accept everything Krishna's. Then we have time. we give our pranam, we surrender, then we have so much time for Krishna. Otherwise we have no time, we're whole day fighting against things we don't like. This is the whole life actually. Prahlad Maharaj in one verse, he just analyzed this whole life. It's yasmat priya apriya viyoga sanyoga janma. Everything is life. Nice things and not nice things are there, and you are separated but together with them. That's the whole life. If you're together with nice things, you feel happy. If you're separated from nice things, you feel unhappy. If you're together with not nice things, you're unhappy. If you're separated from them, you're happy. That's the life. And it's not more than that. Yasmat priya priya viyoga sanyoga janma shokagnina sakala jonisha dayamana. But all are burning in the fire of lamenting. Oh, why I don't have this, why I have this. This is the problem. No? And the solutions, they are worse than the problems in this material world. Therefore, better only one solution is there. Prahlad Maharaj said, the material solutions are worse than the problems because these solutions separate me from my real ego, that I am your das. So only one solution is you teach me how to become your servant. This is the solution for all problems. If we do it, we can experience it. If we don't do it, we can speculate about it, but we never taste it. Like if you take one mango and taste, you understand. If you're thinking, how will be the taste, you don't understand anything. This Krishna's das is like a sweet mango to be this dasyam. His service is also sweet. If you do it, you will taste it. That is for human, and Krishna wants us to take sweet, to be happy now. This is his desire. We will be happy, he will be happy. And he will surrender to his devotees. Krishna will come and help. Krishna will come and do the service. So many examples there, because Krishna is charmed by the good qualities of his servants. If you do Krishna's service, all the good qualities will come. Then Krishna is attracted to these good qualities, and these qualities are better than Krishna's. Therefore Krishna will come and surrender. This is the wonderful Bhagavan and Bhakta. There is nowhere. This is only in Bhakti. You can find this beautiful relation with God. That Krishna is charmed by his own servants. And he will come and surrender there. And beg for mercy. Krishna will come there. So many nice relationships are there. So this is the love. This is the divine love. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. This is where we should connect ourselves. There we will feel. By serving Krishna, we will feel immensely happy. Unlimited happy. Unlimited. Mind will become satisfied. Not by rules, not by regulations, not by practice, not by technique, not by this or that. Just by contacting the Super Soul, we will become happy. So best in Kali Yuga is chant his name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Naam Sankirtan is the best. Jai. Thank you very much. I did not know what to speak. Something coming out, but we ended with the name, and this is the most important thing. Chant the name, everything is okay. This is when Vyasadev's last verse he wrote was glorifying name, then he put down this pen, never write anything again after that. Just Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Pranami Dukkha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. My pranam to Hari, by whose kirtan all problems will be solved, all sins will be destroyed if you give pranam to him, all problems, all suffering will go away. This is the best. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Shri Purushottam Mas ki jai, Shri Gurudeva ki jai, mind control ki jai. Gourpremanande, Hari Haribol.